Hi, I'm Ashley Gonzalez.
And I'm Dylan Dearman.
We've been up to a whole lot in November.
Here's a sneak peek. Bats Against Breast Cancer is an event hosted by West Broward High to raise money for breast cancer awareness.
This annual fundraiser attracts people from all over the community and brings inspiration to those who went through these difficult times. Tyler Cohen can tell you more about this heartwarming event.
For the past 7 years, West Broward High School has been home to Bats Against Breast Cancer. Not only is this a thrilling baseball tournament, but more importantly, a community event to help raise funds for breast cancer treatment. Although breast cancer is a national epidemic, keeping the money raised locally gives those who donate money a sense of security and pride when they are able to see exactly where the money is going.
Originally it was Coach Ambrose's idea that he wanted the boys to give back to the community. He wanted to do it with the event of breast cancer. He felt he was very passionate about it. We came up with the idea of doing a fundraiser. And he originally thought about giving it to breast cancer research. And I came into play with working at the hospital and saying keep the money in the community so that it's helping people that could live next door to one of the baseball players or an aunt or uncle that are related to one of the baseball players, instead of putting it nationally, keeping it locally and it being funded 100%. There's no overhead in the foundation.
There are many ways to fundraise for breast cancer, but baseball allows the players to have a little more purpose to play than normal. The drive to support a patient surpasses any other type of motive that is usually found in more common fundraisers.
Well, this one stands out very different because we have teenage men that are contributing to raising this money. Instead of it being the girls cheerleading or the girls walking or whatever other way that they may raise, we have the young men contributing to an important cause. That unfortunately 1 in 8 women will have this disease, and they will come in contact with someone during their life of having this disease, and now they can learn the face of it and how to participate and give back to their community for such a great cause.
The amount of work that goes into planning doesn't go unnoticed, and seeing the final results makes the event worthwhile. It encourages participants to do it again the following year, and gets others excited to attend and put money towards a great cause.
There's many hours that go into getting this event to be what it is today, and I get to help on the side of it being raised as much as it being used. So when the patients come in to need a lymphedema sleeve after surgery for their arm, or they've had a breast removed and they need a prosthesis, I am also a fitter, so I see it give back to the community on the other end.
The feeling of changing someone's life, only for the better, is irreplaceable. Without Bats Against Breast Cancer, the patients in Broward County may never receive the treatment they need. For WBTV, I'm Tyler Cohen.
The South Miami Art Festival is held annually to give small artists an opportunity to really get themselves out there. Being such a hub of art and culture, Miami is the perfect place for this event. Sophie Reese can paint the picture for you.
The South Miami Art Festival is a place for artists of every walk of life to come together in one place, not only to sell their art and make themselves known, but also to interact with other people that they may have never met otherwise.
So it's more a promotion, it's connecting to your audience and targeting different people, different crowds. Today we have so much social media, and it's great, you can reach a lot of masses, but connecting to the people and having the people see live your artwork is really good.
Sylvia Tatiana has been an artist since she was little. Like many other artists, painting is her piece. She loves to relax and just create something new. She distinguishes her art using unique colors and a certain twist she actually came up with at another art festival. This isn't all she does though. Sylvia has a full-time job aside from art.
Since I was a kid, I always liked painting and getting into design. And as I grew older, I felt more comfortable about it. And it's totally distressing, and it helps me just kind of release and connect to the things that I'm feeling. I use a lot of bright colors. Also, if you look at it with 3D glasses, it pushes the greens and the blues to the back and all the reds and the yellows to the front. Since I use so many like different colors, it just makes it pop up more. I use a lot of neon paint too, so if you use a black light, it'll glow in the dark. So I think it's just a very vibrant and happy, joyful paintings. Fun fact, the 3D glasses I didn't know, and it was in one of the art festivals that one of the artist peers told me, it's like, hey, have you checked out your artwork with 3D glasses? I'm like, no. It's like, try it out. I was like, wow, it's really cool. So I started doing that. So yeah, I think it's great. You connect to other people, you learn from their techniques, you see different things that help you. And it's just, it's the more quality that you see around, it helps you bring up your quality as well. I try to connect to the feeling of the moment, and sometimes I get inspiration from nature around me or just feelings that come. And I start sometimes on a blank canvas, sometimes I'll paint over a previous painting so it gives it a little extra texture. And then I just let things flow. Then I'll let it dry and I'll start using different textures and techniques to give it a little extra touch. I actually have a day job still currently. I'm in between those. And artwork, it's like one of the outlets of I connect, I decompress. It's like joy for me. It's just kind of like fulfilling that passion that you have. So I've always been passionate about work. I still have my day job, and maybe one day I'll just have my passion,
Everyone loves a cup of coffee or a good show after a long day of work. For Sylvia, that after-work relaxation is art. She keeps a mainstream job, but like most artists, Sylvia Tatiana hopes to be able to act out her passion full-time. This has been Sophie Reese reporting.
Now we're going to take a quick break.
Stay tuned, because when we return, we'll get into some of the South Florida culture that we're lucky enough to experience every day.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back.
Every year, Fort Lauderdale is host to the Las Olas Day of the Dead Festival. It helps to bring the Mexican culture to a home away from home.
Anthony Amadeo can bring this festival to life.
Day of the Dead, also known as Dia de los Muertos, is a holiday that celebrates life. Even though it originated in Mexico, the culture of this day has spread to other countries in Latin America over time.
Day of the Dead is historically a Mexican celebration honoring ancestors that have passed on before you. Other Latin American countries also adopt similar traditions, where basically you dress up either in skeleton costume or dead figures to sort of ward off spirits.
It's a remembrance of life and all the great things they've done, so it's kind of a positive way to look at it instead of just being sad, and it's a celebration.
Each country celebrates Dia de los Muertos in their own special yet respectful way. The celebrations between the United States and Latin America on this day are on two separate sides of the spectrum, although they both embody it well. In Latin America, this holiday is celebrated on a completely different level than in the US.
It's a lot more toned down, I would say, because back home it's really like a whole neighborhood. Like, you get together, there's fireworks everywhere, the torito, it's big time, mariachi and everything. You actually go to the cemetery and actually decorate tombstones and graves with flowers, food, liquor.
A lot of the schools get closed down, the streets get closed down, all the restaurants are closed.
South Florida has been able to take in the Day of the Dead and celebrate it like it's their own holiday, even though it did not originate in America. Not only does this show Florida's versatility, it also shows that Mexican culture can truly be celebrated anywhere. Fortunately, this community will continue to expand and accept new cultures, customs, and traditions. This has been Anthony Amadeo reporting.
Plastic pollution is a major threat to not only our Earth, but also our daily life. It's an ever-growing problem that continues to lack awareness and action. Kayla Baker has more.
Imagine a starry night. What if each star was to resemble a piece of plastic? Now multiply that by 500. This is the sad reality of what our oceans look like. The issue of what plastic does to our environment is gaining popularity, but people continue to sit around and do absolutely nothing. Plastic is a resource that everyone has become dependent on. When you go to the grocery store, everything is bagged in plastic. Over 300 million tons is produced worldwide annually, and the demand continues to increase, so much that this number is predicted to double by 2034. The plastic problem impacts more than just the ocean's animals. According to the Surfers Against Sewage website, 70% of oxygen humans need is produced by marine plants. One way to keep this oxygen as clean as possible is simple: reuse. Instead of using a new plastic cup each time you get something to drink, frequently use a reusable cup. This might seem like a small step, but if enough people participate in this, big changes will be made. Another way to make a difference with a simple action is to recycle. Participating in recycling, whether it's in your neighborhood or at school, is crucial to save the environment. Doing this ensures that the plastic will be used again and not thrown into our oceans. Saving the environment in its entirety can be done through these simple steps. Next time you reach for something plastic, decide if you want to add to the problem or be a part of the solution. I'm Kayla Baker, reporting.
That's all we have for this month.
Make sure you tune in next month for the next episode of Bobcat Broadcast. I'm Dylan Dearman.
And I'm Ashley Gonzalez. Have a great day.